Hey guys, today I'm going to be bringing you a review of the Prometheus. It's a pretty interesting gun. It's basically a budget liquidator. Cost about 80,000 gun bucks and 800 gold to max it all the way out. And it's the same as the liquidator in many ways, except it shoots a lot slower, but I'll get into that later. Yeah, the biggest thing about this gun is its perk, which is the fire damage. And it does do the damage in a better way than the liquidator does, because instead of doing it all at once 6 seconds later, it does it over time, so you're getting more immediate value after you shoot someone. At level 1, the gun does 900 total damage over time after you hit that initial shot, so you're going to be dealing a lot of fire damage over time. Something to keep in mind is that the fire damage over time will not stack. So basically, if you shoot someone twice, they're not going to have 2 stacks of 900 damage. They're just going to have once, and then it's going to renew the stacks every time you shoot them. So how that would be basically is, say you shoot someone once and then they get 2 150 ticks of fire damage. If you shoot them again after those 2 ticks of fire damage, it's just going to reset it back up to 900 damage. So you're going to do a total of 1,200 damage instead of getting another full 900 damage on them. So in a way, you can play with that to your advantage. Well, not to your advantage, but you can play with it and be really effective anyways by just shooting them after all the damage has been done. So basically, like, you don't want to be risking getting out of cover or something just to renew the stacks when you still have another, say, 600 damage that it would be dealing anyways. So you can use this gun in a similar way to the incinerator or the sting at lower levels, by hiding under cover and then just peeking out, getting one shot off, waiting for all that damage to be dealt, and then just peeking out again and shooting them once more. It's very, very effective and really hard to play against, because you're getting a lot of free damage on them when you're hiding behind cover and they can't even shoot you and they're just burning down. Alright, let's get into the pros and cons. For the pros, we have a really good range, a really good magazine, and of course the fire damage. For the cons, the main thing that I noticed is that the headshot multiplier is very low, and it was actually just increased from 1 to 1.2, but 1 is actually a 0 headshot multiplier. That's just you're dealing normal damage on headshot, and 1.2 is you're dealing 20% extra damage on the headshot. So for this gun, it's like it's from 1,000 to like 1,200-ish. It's pretty much nothing, so you don't really even need to aim for the headshots because it doesn't really give you an advantage. So that is, of course, a big con for people who really like headshots. The Dark Stalker helmet doesn't really help you that much because it just increases headshot damage by another 20%. So you're still not going to be dealing great headshot damage. But that's not really what this gun is for. It's not for headshots. It's for just dealing great overall damage even on body shots. Because compared to the Iceberg, it does a lot more damage on body shots, but a lot less damage on headshots. Anyways, I was thinking I'd make a separate video comparing the Iceberg to the Prometheus, just because they're really similar guns, and I think I could spend a whole video talking about that, because there's a lot of similarities and differences, and I think a lot of people have to choose between these two guns for what they're buying for their gun bucks sniper rifle. So overall, the Prometheus is a pretty solid gun. Compared to other sniper rifles, it actually does some of the best body shot damage in the game, including that fire damage. So if you're not really confident at hitting headshots, this is probably the gun for you. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.